Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Hard Working. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. I don't remember what I did last episode. I've been spacing them out so bad, so much I should say, that I just forget. Anyways, we were finishing up this harvest. I think that was what we were working on. So I got the harvest. It just still lasts a little bit there with corn. He's got a big corn header on, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do have this guy right here, and he's not finished, which is fine. But there's something I want to do. I'm going to be back in a second. Alright, so here we are at the shop, and I had to change the settings there for my steering wheel because I forgot to return it back to its previous settings because I hopped on Euro Truck last night for a short while. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to sell this Moco. And we're going to try something else. Now I have to double check something before I do that, so that's 5,000. Okay. So what we're going to take a look at is, I just picked these up today, and if they do what they're supposed to do, not the coon, not the other coon, which is the same one, the Kverlins. So these are the ones, 70, 140. Okay, that's what I thought. So these are the ones from 2013. I guess this is a convert, not sure, so we're gonna go ahead and test it out. So some people prefer this over the Big M, which is understandable, but you do need a 140 horsepower tractor. Let's sell that tractor as well. I think we had that originally because Farmer Beavis was here with us. Alright, so let's take a look at what we can get. So let's first off get the mowers so we can take a look at them. Let's take a quick little peek. What do we got here? Oh, actually that's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Doesn't look like they... No, doesn't look like they do what I thought they were going to do. That's fine though. I was thinking that maybe they would windrow them as well, but that's fine. We have a rake as well. Anyways, so we do need a more powerful tractor. So right now we have this guy, which is 140, which is probably not quite enough for what we want to do. I suppose we could use this technically, but there isn't actually a PTO in the front of that tractor. It's just a 3-point hitch in the front, so I don't feel like it would work for what we're trying to use it for. So let's see what we have in terms of mods. So we need something with a front PTO and enough horsepower. This could actually do it, one of these Class Arions, which would be kind of nice because we have a couple Colossus already. That could work as well. Massey Ferguson, I suppose. A Fent could work as well. How much money do we actually have? Only 35,000. Case Puma, that could work as well. Let's see. A couple John Deere, that could work as well. Case CVX. Okay, there's that one. And this is an edited version, and this is another Massey Ferguson. That one actually doesn't have enough horsepower. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll use a Kloss Arion because we don't use those very often, and they're kind of in our price range. Let's go with the 650 with the plow spec, and so this has enough. So it has an extra 40 horsepower. Maybe we should go with something a bit more, like this Massey Ferguson, which has 260. That means we need $125,000. Alright, so if we're going to do that, let's get this guy rolling again. There we go, and I believe we have enough, oh yeah, we have enough silage at the moment for him to keep rolling like this. Perfect. So we're going to let that guy roll a little bit, and this guy's working away here, he's almost done. How much grain do we actually have stored? Let's see. 129,000 liters of corn and no sugar beets because we only did 50,000 liters. Okay, it's not a problem. Technically, we probably could borrow. Do we have enough money? Oh yeah, we could easily borrow the money. Let's just do that because I know we're going to make enough money back real quick. So we need, what was it, let's just do 150,000 because I totally forget how much we need. So let's go ahead and get that Massey Ferguson. I think I tested it out. It's not bad. Not the best mod. I think the Arion's a bit better, but just to give us a little bit of a... Oh, I could do this 850. That has about the same horsepower as this Massey Ferguson. Let's do the Massey Ferguson. Alright. here we are. This is the Massey Ferguson. This is the 7626 Massey Ferguson. Not too bad. Thought it was killing my frame rate there for a second. Just some screen tearing on my side. It looks like. Not a bad vehicle. Back is not as nice as some other ones. Inside, it's not too bad. It's got some nice little IC, as you can see. You can open up windows and stuff. You know, typical stuff. Radio. I have to look up where I got this from, to be honest with you, because I don't remember. Which side is it? Okay. The nice thing about this is that it's red, so it means it actually matches our mowers, which is nice. And the cool thing is, I believe. Oh no, it doesn't do that. I thought it did. Now this one doesn't have. Some of them have the joystick that will move forward or backwards depending on what you're doing. The class Arion, the 650 I was looking at, that one actually does have it. So now we should probably test this, because I've had problems with Massey Fergusons before. That may not work. I hope it does. Let's do a little test. It hangs. If you look at the way it's hanging. It's really weird. I don't know why it is like that, but so let's just do a little test here. What we'll do is we'll just find a little patch of grass, and we will just try it on that, because I have a sneaky suspicion it's not going to cut grass on the top. What will happen is it doesn't lower it quite well enough, and it will create problems. Alright, so here's a little bit of grass right here. Let's test this out before we go back to the farm. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh no, it works. Okay. Okay, it looks ridiculous because it's the angle, but it works. So as long as it works. Alright, so I will be back when I'm at the farm. Alright, so here we are back at our field of grass here that we need to take care of. So let's go ahead and fire these guys up. Now, I really should. I think, is it Control V? Does it? I can't remember. There is a way to lift them both and lower them both at the same time. Maybe it's Alt V. Or this Control V. Doesn't matter. Anyways, there's a way to lower them both at the same time. So let's take a look at. Just bring this up real quick, just so I don't have to. Well, that's not too bad actually. It it looks like it does windrow it, even though it's not supposed to. Yeah, it totally does. That's a bit weird. If you look, like, technically you should have 3 different passes, but this is actually just windrows it automatically for you. Alright, well, that's cool, I guess. Alright, well, it's not supposed to do that. So, like, you have 3 types of mowers here. If you look at carefully, we have these ones. These are just pull behinds. And then we have these coons, which do essentially the same thing. And these aren't supposed to windrow, but they do. So take that as you will, I suppose. Yeah, that's a bit. I call hacks on that one. Jeez. I like the way they look. I think these are actually originally they were made from NI modding, I believe, and someone looks like they tried to port them over. I just happened to come across them. I thought they were a new version of it, but it looks like it's a port. So unfortunately, they're not nearly as good as the NI modding ones. Hopefully NI modding comes out with some stuff soon, actually. They should be. I would imagine, actually, because they teamed up with, not OEB modding, but they teamed up with Eurodizien. So now they're working together. Although I haven't seen anything yet. Excuse me. Although I have seen some maps come out, like Chellington, for example, has come out. There's Glenvillet or something like that came out recently as well. But it's not getting the front mower. This is the problem I was wondering about. So see, even though the front mower is lowered, depending on the angle or depending on where it's sitting and what the hill is and all that jazz, it's missing bits. You can see it right there. That's unfortunate. I don't know, whatever this Massey's based on, it always has the same problem. So like, I think originally it wasn't with this one specifically, it was actually with a different one. But it was the same sort of problem where it just wouldn't lower all the way. If you recall, that's what happened on Texas. And on the Texas map, I think it was Texas, yeah. On a Texas map, that's what the same thing that happened. But it was it was right at the start of Farm Sim, so the problem we ran into was just due to not having sufficient knowledge. But this, I have no idea what this is. This is just poor coding or poor modding, is what it looks like. Because that should be, I wonder if let's do a little test here real quick. Let's detach the front mower. And let's just check something out real quick. So, if we grab, let's say, an in-game vehicle, like this one for example. Let's say we grab this and we drop that off there. And let's go over to where the other one is. And let's just see. I'm just going to drive straight over there because there's nothing in this field right now. So this is just a little test just to see whether it's probably what mod it actually is. So this mod, you know, it works. This works perfectly fine because it's in-game stuff. And usually in-game stuff works 100%. For the most part, at least. Alright, so let's see what happens. So, is it on the tractor side or the actual mod side? So see how that lowers like that? And if I turn that on, so as you can see, it appears to be on the Massey Ferguson side, which has always been a problem with the Massey Ferguson. It's either been the front PTO or the rear PTO, or let's say hitch, not the PTO specifically. Because it'll turn on, but it just won't lower it enough. So it seems to be 3-point hitch in the front, which is unfortunate. It's always something, right? That's fine. You know. Whoops. Did I get both of them? No. I dropped the wrong one here. And let's lower the front. Put that on. Yeah, so when you're getting new mods and testing them out, that's things to look out for. Specifically with mowers, they seem to be the worst for it. Like, as you can see, like this is, oh, sure, now it's doing it here. So maybe I just didn't have it lowered, I don't know. But it was missing some stuff, so, but it's often the case where someone didn't set up the connections properly for the 3-point hitch in the front or the back. And it'll create problems, usually with stuff related to mowing. Most other things it's not a problem, but for that specifically, mowing is almost always the problem. But yeah, I forget where I got this Massey Ferguson from. I want to say it was Mod Hoster. I'm guessing. I don't like the mirrors now that I'm seeing them. Why can't people just model the mirrors correctly, like where they're supposed to be? I think what happened is they took those mirrors off something else, and because they took them off something else, that's why they don't fit properly. Or the mod this was originally based on, oh, now it's doing it fine. What? Maybe it just wasn't lowered properly then? I don't know. I'll never figure it out. But this is considerably faster than the previous mowers we had. Although I'm really not a big fan of, hey, let's windrow it, even though it makes no sense at all. But it's convenient for me, but I just don't like the fact that it does that. Originally, they used to have in 2013, and hopefully they'll come back to 2015. There was a set of mowers that were similar to this, but they had like a swather on the back, so they would actually swath the grass into the middle, which was awesome. And that was an NA modding creation. Have not seen them yet. Still, your best option is the Big M by OEB. That's honestly your best option because it gets the job done. And it's 13 meters wide, so if you're doing a lot of silage, it can be really helpful. What should I do? I can't set this guy on his way yet. This guy, oh, let's unload that. This guy's done. So what we'll do is we will turn him on and just unload him quickly. And then we can return this guy. Because we only have 50 minutes left on, I guess, the header as well. Yeah. I do like this combine, though. I don't know why. It's funny. They're like basically identical to the in-game ones, but they just have wheels instead of tracks. That's the only real big difference there. Alright, let's just empty that out. Perfect. So as you can see, that's our money going up from that one load of silage. $72,000 we made from that. Believe it or not. So like now we can pay back most of our loan. Is it OP? Yep. It definitely is. So let's return this. Okay. And we need to return the combine as well. Right here. Perfect. There we go. And I'll just leave that there for the time being. And let's go to the... Oh, I don't have this kind of group. Let's go ahead and grab this guy and put him on the rake, because we need to rake this up too. So let's grab this, and we'll grab that trailer while we're out there. I guess I shouldn't have driven over this, because now it's going to leave a mark. Oh well. Alright, so notice how when I drive over that road, there's like, you know, there's a small little bump, but I don't go catapulting. Yeah, that's what a well-placed road's like. Which isn't always the case for many, many maps, unfortunately for us. Oh. Just need to send him on his way. Let's get this guy hooked up. And we'll unload this corn here. With our Deutzfall. But yeah, you gotta admit though, Giants did a pretty darn good job making all the in-game equipment, because it looks like, even now, like, even though they've released the materials now, these still look better than a lot of mods. Unfortunately, because I do like a good mod. There are like good mods that are like, you know, pretty good, but if you compare them to what Giants has produced, it's hard to say a lot of them are better. So like that class right there, that's really good. Like that's one of the better ones out there. Just for comparison's sake. So like we go in here. So like as you can see, the detail is lower in here. It's still good, but it's lower than what you see in this guy right here. See? Like you can see the rivets on the floor. Well, not the rivets, but whatever you call those things on the floor. But all in all, just a much more complete vehicle. But again, it's Giants. They made the game, so I expect there to be good stuff. But 2013 was like really different. It's really strange. It's like when you look at 2013 and like what they produced there in comparison to this, it's like night and day basically. They did a fantastic job with this. It's not all like, you know, sunshine and rainbows, but they're definitely trying to go for a DLC type scenario, but c'est la vie. Grass outline, and we'll put this guy on fieldwork. There we go. Fieldwork mode, and this is a 12.5. Start him in the northwest, heading south. Return to the first point. No, not with a rake. Headland, yes, and we'll do it after the fact. Just the one headland should be fine. Generate the course, and we'll save this as F2 rake 12.5 meters. Perfect. And we can use a combine to follow this if we want to, but we don't really need to. now I have to try and not catch up to the other guy there with the mowing. It's always the case, right? You set one up, you want to get the other one set up as fast as possible. Oh, I don't want to head that direction. I want to head south. Cancel. And this is based off of grass outline. Here we are. Generate course. There we go. And we'll save this as, you know, F2 rake 12.5 meters V2. This is what happens when you screw up the first time. So if ever you see a V2, it's because I screwed up the first time, or I'm adjusting the course or something like that. Alright, this is an enormous rake in comparison to the amount of area that we're driving. Oh, he's set on offset, isn't he? Oh yeah. Nope. Stop. You do not need an offset. Not that much. It must have been for mowing. It happens. There we go. I'm just gonna raise those up and set him up again. Otherwise he's gonna make a right old mess of everything by being 4 meters offset the whole time. Which is gonna be, would be funny to watch, mind you, but it'd just be annoying in the long run. There we go. Alright, let's get back to that Massey Ferguson and finish the job off. So, I'm raking because most of it needs to be raked still, but also because I can put these 2 rows into one. Although honestly, I don't know if it makes a difference in this. I'm still not sure about that. Sometimes when you put 2 rows together like that, does it really make a difference in this game? I don't think it actually does. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. And it doesn't pick up, so like, as you can see there, like, I didn't actually, didn't pick it up and move it, it just drove right over it. So, one of the downfalls. Let's try a GPS turn here. Oh, you are going to skip a pass. Okay, that's fine, I guess. But the GPS turns are nice, and see how gentle that was, but it's skipping a pass, unfortunately. And that's just because it's a much easier, much more graceful turn when you skip a little bit. But these mowers aren't terrible, I guess. If you can live with the fact that they actually windrow, even though they're not supposed to, that's fine, I suppose. Alright. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll finish mowing off the rest of this field here, and then we'll come back next episode, and I think what we'll do is we'll turn this into silage. And we'll use the New Holland, because I have the New Holland DLC, so we can use that. Alright, let's do this, and yeah, so that's why, see, I have to back up here. That's obviously the reason why they have it set up, so you don't have to do that. Anyways, folks, like I said, I'll finish this up off camera, and we'll come back and we'll do some silage, I think. So until next time, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been another episode of Hard Workin'. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button. I'd really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.